there's a main character. He's crap.
The main character is crap. Welcome to the TeamTresBien
anime podcast.
Newest anime season podcast, which we're really dating ourselves on this one, aren't we?
Yeah. Newest of, like...
I am Eclipse.
I am SpanishRoxas. Yes.
I
Get your name
am
there for a second.
Sheep King, or KingSheep, as otherwise anybody else would call me.
Sheep King. I kind of like Sheep King. I like Sheep King better than KingSheep.
Sheep King is best name.
I actually made great King of Sheep first, but then I decided Sheep King because King of Sheep was taken as a username a week.
The origin story, exclusive to the TeamTresBien Anime Winter 2014 season podcast.
So,
That's the name.
have you watched Kill la Kill? Only because it's currently going on, and that's one of the only ones I know everyone watches.
It's so good.
I know, it's great.
Okay, so first episode I thought was like really, really good because they didn't really use fan service for the sake of fan service. And then it was like on and off between good fan service and bad fan service. And now it's finally getting a hold of itself.
Yeah, like the first...
It's like got a hold of itself, and now it's adding in like deeper plot and lore, which is kind of how Gurren Lagann worked. So I'm like, I like this a lot.
This is good. This is good fan service.
Yeah, like the first episode, like looking to a Gurren Lagann too. You're looking at it, I'm like, I'm not sure where this is going. This kind of looks actually pretty serious. And then in Kill la Kill, the dress comes up like, oh, nope, not serious.
No.
No, Mako comes up and you're like, nope, not serious.
I saw like some fan art on the internet of the battle wear of Kamui Senketsu and like battle form, but with clothes on, like a battle gown instead of like battle short skimpy skirt so you can see your ass and
Yeah.
I'd like a more covering uniform. I think that'd be cool.
Like when it was that uniform, like, oh, of course, it has to be that.
I think like maybe something happened and he wasn't able to finish it, and that's why there's so little clothing.
Yeah, what I thought was every time that she gets a life fiber, it would extend.
Well, that's what I thought too, because she kept getting that stuff.
Right.
But apparently it just makes her more powerful with giant air quotes.
What was the dad planning with that thing?
Well, it's actually been revealed now. I won't spoil it for you, but it does have a point to being creative.
Okay. I'll go.
It's actually got a good plot now. Besides like a revenge thing. It's good. And also, we bloody love Ryago's theme, which is Satsuki's mom's theme. Oh, it's so good.
When I first saw her, she kind of looked like a guy, actually.
Well, when I first saw Satsuki, I thought she looked like a guy because she looked so similar to Viral.
I thought she was a guy.
Because she looked so similar to Viral.
Yeah.
I got used to it, though.
Yep. And then they showed her boobs.
Yeah.
And her ass.
Yeah.
And her plot.
You still could be a guy if they show boobs in it. Never mind.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Excuse us? What?
Would you care to explain?
Silicone, it's that easy on a guy. You've never seen that before?
No! No, I haven't!
You guys watch anime? You've never seen this kind of stuff before?
What?
But she was basically half naked. You
What
can't
are
fake
you
that.
watching?
Never.
What are you watching?
I forgot the name of the anime.
We apologize, headphone users.
What? BRB killing myself.
Well, miss him. He was like one of my best friends.
Not
What
really.
are you talking about?
Should we move on to it?
Yes! Let's move on.
Great.
Nice
Witchcraft Works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
Witchcraft
haven't watched
Works.
that yet.
We're just gonna block you out.
I love Witchcraft Works.
Oh, it's so good.
It's labeled as a romantic comedy, and I'm not finding it totally laugh out loud hilarious, but I'm liking the romantic aspects of it.
Yeah. I have to say, the way they introduced the, chemistry between them, at first, it was no chemistry at all, straight to, I have feelings for you, but now they've gradually made it more believable.
Yep, the dude in the first half episode, you would have you think that he has no relationship other than she sits next to me. Apparently, she's very popular, and whenever I interact with her, even the slightest, I get beat up. But then when she's off saving him and stuff, he's like, oh, soft hair, nice smell, you're pretty.
I have to be saved by a girl before I realize my feelings about her.
Well, I think they're getting beat up because even the slightest interaction with her kind of didn't help that along.
Oh, I actually think I watched the first episode of this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
got
really
beat up
like the way
because-
they animate the fire.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's like he sits next to her, so then every time he comes over, he's like, "What are you doing with her?"
Yeah.
Yep.
And, oh my god,
Yeah,
the
then she saves
comedy's
him on a
really
broom.
good.
Eh.
Oh man, I love the 5 witches. They're the funniest.
Oh, that's the good part.
I love the 5 witches, and the ending theme is so good.
One of the things that I don't like about the anime, and this isn't the killing factor for me, but I kind of don't like how it switches from serious to non-serious in like a minute. You'll have an extremely apparently important boss fight, and then the next minute they'll be all sitting in like the nurse's office, treating their wounds,
I don't know.
not at each other's throats.
I never really take it too seriously. For me, it's a series that you just kind of watch for enjoyment factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of those. Yeah, you don't watch it for like the art or anything. You watch it to laugh.
Except the fire scenes are always awesome. When I think her name's Asako. I don't remember anybody's name. Whatever. Fire Witch. When she's using Fire Witch powers, that's the best. I love those scenes. Also, when the guy jumps off the broom, he's like, "Teach me how to fly."
She gets all wide-eyed like, what are you doing?
Tell it to fly stuff. He's like, okay. The animation on that scene was good.
Yeah. Then they like do like a first-person perspective, him flying through stuff, and they fly under a truck, or like under a car.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah. It was like under one of those like low cars, not
And
like
then
super
he
low
died.
riders, but
The end.
not humanly possible.
Right. Boy, that was a good scene.
Nisekoi? How's
Nisekoi.
Nisekoi?
Yeah.
Surprisingly
Yes.
good.
Yes. I've been waiting for 1 years now.
You've been waiting for Nisekoi to come out?
Yes.
So-
I've been reading the manga since
Because
since the one-shot came
never
out.
read it, and then Roxas told me about it, and I'm like, okay, I'll check it out.
You should at least read the one-shot. Did you read the one-shot?
No.
You should read the one-shot.
Okay, I'll do it. So anyway, I was like, all right, I can't imagine this being too good, and I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Real talk though, I am over that lady face who's like, oh man, I can't tell him about stuff. Shut up. I'm done with you. I'm so done with
She's
you.
Brown
actually she's
hair,
better in the manga than she is in
One
the
long
anime.
strand to the side.
Yeah.
The hairstyle of
I mean,
death
her-
for all mothers.
Her character design is cute, but
Yeah,
God,
she's like her
fucking annoying.
in the manga. Holy crap, she's really cute in that one.
Yeah, so
So I want to give the first episode synopsis because this is extremely funny how much they get done in a single episode.
Yeah.
So, this one dude, he's
Raku.
he's the son of a Yakuza, and he's like all renowned because he's the current heir to the throne, basically. But he doesn't want to be the heir to the throne. He wants to go to college and be a smart person and not kill
He said a
people.
government worker actually, which is really ironic because he works. His dad's a Yakuza, but he must be a government worker.
Yep. So then, as he's going to school, like he does every day, this one chick with a red with red bow that makes it look like she has bunny ears, hops over the fence with bread in her mouth,
Okay,
knees him in
yeah,
the
I was about
face.
to
not
say,
a fence.
With-
yeah, it was a fence.
Really? I thought it was a
It
wall.
was a wall or a fence. It really is. It
was
really
a-
does.
okay.
It was a fence.
And then after kneeing in the face, his locket, which was given to him by a childhood friend, and once they find each other again, he's gonna give him the key, and they're gonna open it, and they're gonna be married and find out whatever the hell's inside of it. Loses the locket because he got kneed in the face, and then apparently she's transferring in. He makes her go look for the locket with him because it is completely her fault that he lost the locket. Because he kneed him in the face.
Yes.
So they go find it. She insults him a lot, and then eventually they just kind of quit. But she actually starts waiting until he leaves so she can look for it on her own, and then she finds it. And then later they realize that the gang who's actually gangsters, like Italian gangsters,
Yeah.
who came to towns.
Like, there's
She
a
is
gang-
the
yeah.
daughter.
There's
No,
a-
yeah, the part is just like, hey, I recognize the smell of her, and then he goes like, wait, it smells gunpowder.
I know, I love that part. I thought it was gonna be talking about like the childhood friend, and then he's like, no,
Like, I
it's
recognize.
gunpowder. I'm like, oh,
So the fathers set up a thing where they pretend date, so the other
Yeah, so-
people in the gangs don't
Yeah,
fight.
in the manga, it's
Because-
just like, hey, I got my ear cut off, no big deal.
what? So the two dads are the two gang leaders are old friends, and so they don't want there to be fighting, so they end up using their children dating as an excuse. But it turns out,
And then we've got Claude, who's protecting the girl the whole time.
yes,
Yeah, it's like,
all
what did you
eyes.
call her?
I know. I love him. He's just everywhere, just looking through stuff with his badonkulars.
Badonkulars. That's badonkulous.
Okay, back to subject.
Yeah.
So yeah,
were
that
we
was the
ever-
first episode. That was extreme lot of stuff to happen in the first episode, in my opinion.
I mean, some of it's
Yeah, they
pretty
combined, like,
predictable,
4
but
chapters.
I actually really like the writing, and when they have like the placement of text on stuff, that's really,
Yeah.
really nice looking.
And the artwork isn't like detailed or anything, but the way they present the artwork
Yeah, it's
is
nice.
really cool.
It's good. It's a good show. You should watch it.
It's like they start insulting each other. Like 2 seconds later, they see a guy in the bush, and he's like, "Oh, honey, how are you?"
There's
So
one
good.
other anime that starts with an N. It's like a farming kind of anime with a lot of fan service that I just dropped immediately. They spent half the second
Oh.
episode talking about panties, so I'm like, nope, dropping the mic, leaving
It
this.
sounded like
place.
Silver Spoon at first, but then he said panties. Like, nope.
Starts with an N. It's about a pop idol. It's basically goes along the lines of this pop idol quits. This one guy is sad and like doesn't go to school for a while, and then when he comes back, the pop idol transfers in to his school. And then they go on hilarious adventures together,
Woo, hilarious, yay.
as in panties.
Oh, wait, have you guys ever watched Tonari no Sekko-kun? That
No?
one? Okay, so it's like it's like 5-minute episodes for each one. And it's
Like
about a
Cuba?
guy. It's a guy who gets away with everything in class. Like in the middle of class, he's like building a domino coaster on his desk, and the teacher doesn't notice it at all.
Okay.
Is he like a ghost or
It's
something?
Phineas and Ferb is what you're saying.
Phineas and Ferb,
He's
the
not a
animation.
ghost, but basically his neighbor's just looking at him, and he's building like he has like a cup of water, and he's balancing all like the dominoes on a chopstick atop of the cup, and he's just making this huge coaster like up top, like you could barely stand up and see it. Teacher doesn't notice it at all. So then the student yells at him, and then she gets in trouble because he's yelling at him.
Okay, so
Mhm.
this made me think, have either of you guys watched World God Only Knows?
I've watched the first few episodes.
Yep, me
See,
too.
I dropped that because, not like just because of fan service, that was like okay, but just because of the fact that, I don't know, I didn't feel any character progression. Because
Yeah.
the main character, not only was he like, every episode he was like, filthy 3D girls. I'm like, dude, but like, every episode it was like really sad because the girls would forget him, and I'm like, oh, that's really sad.
And then season 3 came
And
around.
also the fact that it just boils girls down to you can predict them. That was like, eh. But I mean, I guess I could get that because it needed some sort of plot.
And then season 3 came around, and they flipped the script.
Did they?
Yep, one of the girls remembers.
Oh,
And he has to keep going flirting with other girls.
okay. Yeah, I dropped that.
So now it's all weird and
Right.
awkward. And he
Okay.
doesn't know she remembers.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure she's planning his murder.
I lied. I can't tell him. That sounds familiar.
Well, I think she remembers like after she forgot for like a little while.
Okay.
Have you guys seen Nubanagi?
What?
Nubanagani, I think.
Nubanagan.
No, it's-
Nobunagan?
no.
Let me tell you about Nobunagan. My love of this season, Nobunagan. So Nobunagan is the insane, nothing makes sense, just go balls crazy anime of the season, and I love it. It's so good. It's so good.
Great.
You have fucking, like, people, inherit the genes of, like, important historical figures.
From Japan. Is it from only Japan or is it
No,
from
it's
around
from
the
all
world?
over the world because you've got fucking Gandhi, you've got Isaac
I was
Newton.
wondering about like
Abraham Lincoln.
it's like Isaac Newton.
Top hat machine gun.
It's the best.
No.
It's-
Top hat axe.
Dude, it's the best. It's so good.
I could never tell a lie. Your head's coming off your neck now.
Episode 3 I didn't really like because they started sexualizing the main character out of nowhere, but then episode 4 got back on track because she jumps into a hurricane in a parachute. I love it.
So she can shoot something, probably, right?
Yeah. So that she can be on the same air draft. It's so good. But she only does this after she dances to calm herself down. Like does an ancient Japanese dance. It's the best. You don't even know. That is my underdog of the season.
There's Nobunaga, and then there's Nobunaga the Fool, which is apparently about mechs, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's...
The
Yeah.
one I was talking about, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's basically about the world has gods, and then there's higher gods and lower gods. The main character.
Is this the one that you're talking
Yep,
about?
Noragami.
Noragami.
Yeah, Noragami. Yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, that one's a fun one.
Yeah, I like that one. I've watched, I think, up to the latest episode. I think.
Yeah, so, basically a synopsis of it. He's a minor god who goes around collecting 5 yen for favors.
What?
Trying to become a major god and buy a shrine with 5 yen, and he has this like wine bottle full of 5 yen coins.
And the things he does probably requires more than 5 yen. He, like, completely stripped the bathroom
like-
clean and then...
Wow.
Yeah, he
Cleaned it with a
cleaned
toothbrush.
the whole house.
With a toothbrush.
Yeah, with a toothbrush.
5 yen.
Yeah, for
5
5
yen. And a can of beer. Don't forget the can of beer.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's a minor or not.
Also, he
though.
found a cat,
Yeah.
which killed a girl, but, you know.
Spoilers.
Well, it's not really spoiler. It
That's
happens
not
in the
really
first
spoiler. That
episode.
happens-
Spoilers!
She becomes like half dead, half alive. She becomes like she's alive, but then when
Catgirl.
she becomes tired, her soul comes out.
And she becomes Catgirl.
Just like...
Yeah.
Just
Without the
anytime
ears.
you get, like, drowsy, just your soul
Yeah, like
comes-
in the middle of class, she just like falls on the floor.
Face first.
It's like, damn it. She's just like ranting about something. She looks down and her body's there. Damn it, not again.
That's beautiful.
I like the show so far. And
And
then there was
then-
like that one...
His weapon.
Yeah, he's like a blonde-haired boy, 16.
They can think the same thoughts, so whenever he thinks perverted thoughts, he kicks him.
Okay, here's the one of the best parts about it. It's like they just beat down a terribly bad monster. He's in like they just beat the monster together. He's looking all innocent, just like standing there in the robe, freezing cold, kind of shaking. And then he takes off his coat and he's like, "I am your master. Here, take this." And like that probably wasn't exactly what he said, but
Yeah,
it
but
made it
he's
sound
like all epic, all serious. He's being
like
nice.
all mega pump up speech, like, "Yeah, this is good." And then he's like, "I don't want that. It's sweaty."
Oh, that's great.
They both were like, "What?"
Nunda!
I can't do super high voices. What?
There's a god of poverty.
There's a guy, I haven't seen that part yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
just saw the god of wisdom. He also has like 5 weapons, which one of them is like his old weapon.
Yeah, it's like, I finally got out of your sweaty hands.
Apparently, his hands are sweaty too. It's not just his jacket.
Holy sweaty.
He can wear anything he wants, actually. He's a god. He doesn't need to buy clothes. He can just make them. He chooses to wear a
You
tracksuit.
can go around nude.
Nobody can see
I'm a
him.
god of war. You can't tell me what to do.
He's like, his wife comes over. Go clean the dishes.
Welcome to this
He
latest
doesn't have
edition
a
of
wife.
What Not to Wear.
Huh?
Everything!
Yeah, we don't know too much about it,
I hate my laugh.
That's okay. It's okay.
Should we move on? I want to bring up a next topic.
One last topic. One.
SAO Christmas special.
Oh, and
So let's talk about Hamatora.
Yeah, okay. Let's start with that.
Oh, man.
I love that the guy is basically carefree, but he ends up like he looks like a really slumped guy. He can't do anything whatsoever, but he ends up being a badass.
Are you talking about nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has a random English
Everybody's
word
a
as their-
badass.
Yes. Oh my gosh. First off, the colors are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
When he enters, like when he puts his headphones on, he enters the mode.
Yeah, because everybody in this world has what's called a minimum. where
It's basically super
you okay?
I'm pregnant to know what you're talking about.
We're talking about Hamatora. We're
Oh.
explaining it.
You should watch it. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
My prayer is working.
You know, Crunchyroll should sponsor us now.
They should.
Crunchyroll. If
Click
you
on the
wanted
link.
to send some,
Click on the link
Goods.
below to get a free
Or just get us
30-day
like
trial
a-
of Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
If that actually happens, Crunchyroll, please.
please.
Like, at least just
Please.
give us like one free subscription.
Not really, but willing.
Like, we will watch you shows, and then we will tell them how they're so awesome.
Crunchyroll.
Come on.
That
guys.
Boku no Pico
HMU.
man. That Boku no
HMU.
Pico man, that's a good show.
That's not Crunchyroll. I've searched. School Days, though.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
on Crunchyroll. Yeah. If you've
That-
never
that
watched
one.
it,
That's
don't
a great
watch it.
romantic anime, guys.
That's literally on my queue, and I'm gonna watch. Oh, it looks so good. So,
Seriously?
yes.
The first part is
absolutely.
okay. But then once you get towards the end, you're like, what the?
The first 2 episodes are okay, then they add the sex.
And then if you've ever seen if you ever did the visual novel, don't play it. Ever.
BRB
I
doing
think-
a let's play.
I think, like,
we should.
Oh, dude, I want to so bad. You don't
Vote it
even
to
know.
the school computers.
Oh, yes!
The guy went to the computer. He's like, "What is this game?"
Uncensored HD!
I think we're gonna wrap this thing up now before this gets out of hand.
Uncensored School Days!
This has been TeamTresBien with SpanishRoxas.
Uncensored School Days!
And Sheep King / KingSheep.
And thank you for joining us.
Yelling is comedic.